on the outside, it was like, I'm this person. Everybody thought that I was always happy, silly, goofy, because that is just like what I put on. I never told nobody my personal business. So I just keep crying. And my mom was like, call LA. At the time, he said he was at my grandma's house. So she like, call LA, because we need to figure out what the fuck wrong with Day Day. What's wrong with her? Why she crying like this? Why she acting like this? What is wrong? So he pops up. He knows what's going on. He know, but he put on his front that he don't know. So he pulls me outside. He goes to say, what's wrong today? And I was like, Daddy, I told him, I said, my exact words were, Daddy, I don't like what you're doing to me. And I looked him in his eyes as I'm telling him this. I'm like, you're hurting me. You're damaging me. You're breaking me down. Like, you're putting me into depression. You're putting me into something that I don't know if I'm going to be able to get myself out of this because of you. So then he goes to say, I'm sorry, Day Day. It ain't going to never happen again. You got my word. So then I accepted his apology. Then he says, well, we just gonna, at this time, I was in a relationship with a girl, and we were having problems at the time, but like, it wasn't what he said it to be. So yeah, he was like, well, we just gonna tell them that you and Destiny having problems right now, and that y'all just going through what y'all going through, and that's why you so upset. So I'm like, okay. So I didn't tell my mom and them nothing. He told my mom and them what he said outside. I packed my bag for the night and I left with my mom. So I want to say after that first almost blowout, he stopped. I want to say he stopped for about 3 months. He stopped for a little minute. And I just thought like, okay, maybe he meant what he said, that he wasn't going to do it anymore. So the 3 months went by. I'm in my bed, sleep. And all of a sudden, I feel him on me. This time, he rubbing me. Rubbing my body parts. And then aggressively, he just started taking my clothes off. And forced himself onto me again. He would repeat the same thing he did. Once he started back doing it over and over, he didn't stop. It went back to what it was at first. If not every night, it was every other day. So in my head, I'm like, I can't keep going through this. I'm praying to God, like, can you please get me out of this? Can you please make him stop? Every time he's doing it, I'm praying and crying with my head under the covers. Can you please stop him? just, can you stop? I don't like it. This is not what I asked for. This is not the father and daughter bond that I wanted. This is not it. This is my worst nightmare. So then I started having even more problems in my relationship, because it got to the point where if she tried to rub my leg, give me a massage, even try to kiss me, I'm jumping, or I'm telling her to stop. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, and at the time, she just thought that I didn't want to be intimate with her. And that wasn't even the case. That wasn't it. It wasn't that I didn't want to be intimate with her. It was that the things that my father was doing to me caused me to not be intimate with her, because anytime that she touched me or rubbed me or did anything sexually, it would trigger me. It would trigger the flashbacks. And still to this day, I have those flashbacks. I have those nightmares. So she finally asked me, she was like, what's going on? Are you okay? And I told her no, but I will be soon. So then we were sitting in her car. My dad didn't let her pull up in the drive-thru at all. Like, she could not at all. So we were sitting like three houses down from where the house was, in like an empty lot. Like, the house was not right there, it was just the driveway right there. So we were sitting there and we were just having like deep conversations. And she was like, so what's been bothering you? Like, what's going on with you? Like, are you okay? Is anybody doing anything to harm you? And I'm like, no. I was telling her no. And she was like, I thought we supposed to tell each other everything. Like, but I know you lying. I know something bothering you. You just not telling me about it. So then I told her, I was like, if I tell you, you have to promise that you're not going to tell nobody. So she was like, okay, I promise I'm not going to tell nobody. So I told her. She was mad. She wanted to hurt my daddy. But I told her, don't do it. Because at the same time, I didn't want nothing to happen to him. I just wanted him to stop doing what he was doing. So when she found out, I started being with her more and stopped being at my dad's house. So majority of the time, I would be with her. She would take me to school and all that. So my daddy, he didn't like that. He wanted me to stay at the house. So the times that I was with her, he'll be like, Dada, you need to come to the house. You've been gone too long or whatnot. But the whole time, I'm already knowing what he wants. So I'm like, I'm not coming to the house. I try my best, like, to be outside of that house. The only time I would go to that house is if I know my brothers is going to be there. If I know for sure that my stepmom is going to be there. I know that I'm covered and protected. It was times where I would miss school because of him. Like, he would come in there. If my little brothers had to be at school at 7:15, I think we didn't have to be at school till 8:15, if I'm not mistaken. So my little brothers didn't have to be at school till 7:15. So he would still come in there after he dropped them off at school, because by 6 o'clock my stepmom would be leaving out for work. He dropped the kids off, come back, and I'll still be asleep. So he'll come in there and force himself on me, which will cause me to be late for school. But I would be so hurt and felt so disgusted that I would not go to school, because I felt like after he done just did this to me, there's no way I could function in a school building. So I would miss school for the day. But he would leave the house and he wouldn't come back until he had to go get my little brothers from school. So basically I would be at the house by myself. And at times I would just run myself some bath water and just sit in it. And there were times where I just broke down in the bath water. Like, I just broke down. I just didn't know what to do. I needed help. I needed help. And I was by myself. So now I'm gonna fast forward back to college. I just had to put that out there. Now I'm gonna fast forward back to college. It got worse and worse and worse as soon as I got in college. I could barely function. And even though in college I was only taking, like, I think 6 classes. Or was it? No, not even 6. It was 4, because 2 Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays. I never had school on Fridays. Never. So it was Monday, MTW, which is Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and I think it's TH or TT, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it got worse. He would do it every day. Every chance he got, he would do it. And at times I was like, where is my stepmom? Why wasn't she here? Why wasn't she at the house? Like, I don't blame her, but I just wanted to know, like, where was she? You're not here in the morning. You're not here at night. So by you not being here in the morning or at night, those things was happening. My little brothers will be asleep, and it'll just be me up. So if he came in my room, like how my room was, one door opens up. If you open that door, you'll be in the kitchen. And then the other door, if you open that door, you'll be in the hallway by the bathroom. So basically I had 2 doors to enter my room. So he would use either door to peek in to see was I woke or was I asleep. And if I was asleep, he would do it. If I was woke, he would leave me alone. So college comes, he starts doing it rougher, harder. Just didn't care. He would talk in my ear. He would say things like, this is what a man feel like. This is how a man's supposed to treat a woman. This is how a man loves a woman. And I would just sit there and I would just cry. I would just cry because why is this constantly happening to me? I'm praying to God. I do nothing wrong. I'm a good girl. Was barely getting in trouble at school. Still kept up good grades throughout my school year. I had nothing but A's and B's. Although what was going on at home was hurting me and breaking me down, I still was passing in school until I got to college. So I was like, I'm praying to God about this. I want to get out this situation. I just don't know how. I just didn't know where to start, who to go to. Like I said, I felt lost. I was so angry. And I held it up. I held in this anger for so long. For so long, I held it in. And each time he did it, it was breaking me more and more and more. So then here comes okay, wait, if I was a freshman in college, I was doing good, but I wasn't. I was doing good, but I wasn't. Like, I passed my 3 classes, but still flunk in 1 class. So after that freshman year of college, here comes the second year of college, which would be my sophomore year. So now we in 2019. My freshman year is over. My sophomore year. I'm still standing. I'm still here. But my anxiety, my depression, my thoughts, all of that was still there. The nightmares, all that was still there. So around this time, I could barely function. I just felt like everything was over, that I couldn't continue to be me. Because on the outside, it was like, I'm this person. Everybody thought that I was always happy, silly, goofy, because that is just like what I put on. I never told nobody my personal business because I don't trust people. I don't. But deep down inside, I was gone. Physically, mentally, emotionally. I didn't know how I was gonna build myself back up. I didn't know how I was going to repair myself. How was I ever gonna shake back from that? So now it's my sophomore year.